Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Colts.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 27-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 22. A gain of 5, good enough for the... First down.
2-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Oh, that was dangerous. Rivers threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll run it with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go on their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Kamara trying again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with another touchdown. Number 24 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Harris up to make the tackle.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He got possession on him, and he pulls it in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Colts.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Rivers now. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Maurice Hurst make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Second down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
first rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
21, Raiders 14.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
17-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Good for another.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Loss sets up 3rd down and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. And they'll have the football deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, You're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Down, Indianapolis.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. This one out left to the tight end, Burton.
Rivers pass.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie David Everett picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out.
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. One out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Raiders 28, Colts 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The ball carrier, Nicholas Morrow on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Sanchez to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Got an open man. It's Rose. 25 yards that time. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw is Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
At the 47-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First and 10.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back. He's got him complete. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Working with a 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From a yard out, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He completes this one to Mack. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and 1 at the 45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running with Camaro. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
To decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers looking for Campbell down. And this is caught at the 20. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing Rivers. That's complete right around the 8. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 8-yard line.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now Mack. And he'll take this into the end zone. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. When you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And his kick is right through.
The score, Raiders 35, Colts 28.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. Try! And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Raiders 42. Colts 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First down, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they're going to be set up down around the yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going up top for Cup. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try
and nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the fourth most in a single season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
That's the score. Raiders 49, Colts 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, he gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And my goodness, another interception. The rookie didn't even know that picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn is.
Jackson on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Raiders 56, Colts 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just me. I don't know that I can go down there. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Rivers on the...
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change your name. How about your respect?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take the